Hello, hello.
Hey, what is going on?
It's Bring Your Dog to Work Day.
Nice, nice. The doggo. Let's go. Let's go. Hope everybody's having a great Tuesday today. For some reason, my brain was stuck on it was Wednesday, so hey. I skipped a whole day there pretty much. But
Why not?
true. Feels like a Thursday. Yeah.
How's my sound?
It sounds a little, I wouldn't say echoey, but definitely like full of like gain, if that makes sense. So but other than that, like I said, it's not terrible, but it just sounds kind of gainy. But yeah, it's clear. Right. It's clear though. It's clear. I just feel like it's gaining. Yeah, like gains like turned up somewhere like crazy hard, but it's not the end of the world on that end. I'm not really too worried about it.
Too loud. Is that the problem?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, I will not speak up, and I will turn these ACs off. So give me a minute. I'll be back.
No, you're good. You are good. Sounds grainy. Okay, sounds grainy. Yeah, I can feel that too. A little like I can agree with that. Honestly, Oliver, a little grainy, a little gainy. But again, like I said, I don't know what mic he's using either, so it's not that big a deal. It's not the end of the world. Like I said, it's a decent. Honestly, it's better than most people. So yeah, fun describing. Exactly, Oliver. Oh man, today, I mean, honestly, we have like a small pullback in the market today. Nothing crazy, obviously. Like I honestly thought, we had 8 days in a row of like, green days. So having a good day where it's like, I wouldn't really call it a down day, but it's more of like a sideways, kind of, it's down, but it's not like, down like crazy. So I think it's honestly a good thing to have like a little pullback here and there, especially after having 8 days of green. So I hope everybody's enjoying their trading today. He's back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Let's see here. Let's see. Chat, how's your guys' trading days going? How's it going today? For any of you guys that are trading, obviously. Some of you guys are probably just long-term, which is fine too. So it doesn't even matter what the market does. But just wondering. Just wondering. How do I lose on a man. I think what happens with Palo Alto, again, like I said, like obviously, like today it's been up a lot. The other day it was up again, so it's been doing great. Obviously, there's some other ones out there that are growing faster than Palo Alto now. Palo Alto is kind of like that dinosaur in the space, so to say, because it's been around for so long now. I could honestly see it going either way, though. That's my issue with it. Does it continue to have like some decent growth? Like, can we have some really good growth year over year still and just continue that uproar? Maybe they do see some really good uplift from, other companies, especially, who failing a little bit and taking down a lot of companies, flights, those kind of things. Like, obviously, I think when it comes to CrowdStrike, like maybe, Palo Alto has like a really good, over the next couple quarters, the next year, maybe they do have like a good little, growth spurt because of that. But at the end of the day, like I said, that's just like you taking a chance on it. I don't think Palo Alto is a bad stock overall, though. I don't think it's a bad company either. I just feel like, there's definitely some other ones like CrowdStrike and others that have been growing a lot faster. But again, like maybe, Palo Alto takes advantage of, CrowdStrike's blunder and they see some really good growth over the next, year. And that could really be really good for the stock. But it's been doing great, since earnings anyway. I mean, it went from 334 and now it's trading at like 370. So it's been up, 10% in the past 5 days. Hey, you can't complain about that one. It's been up 7% today, up $26 on the day. So maybe it continues that. I have no idea. But again, I think I don't have any, bad thoughts about Palo Alto, other than, like I said, I think it's, kind of the old dinosaur in the group.
I'm trying to close the AC so I sound better, but I've closed it, but it hasn't closed, so I don't know what's happening.
That's
but
fine. It's
I'll
fine.
just mute
You sound,
myself.
you sound good enough. Like I said, it's nothing terrible. So I'm not gonna worry about it too much at the end of the day. I don't think Chad is either. So I think we're good. Talk away, Murdy. Has a swag collection of hoodies. I respect it too. That's what I'm saying. Man,
This one is
some of those,
from TwitchCon from a few years ago.
some of those Twitch hoodies honestly are pretty nice. They've had some pretty good runs at some of their swag. Anyway, some of their swag stuff is terrible though too. At the same time, they're either a hit or miss when it comes to Twitch and their collections. Raffle. What is raffle in the live? What do you mean, Shaban? The raffle right now, you're talking about for the predictions?
No, I think this is the new raffle system.
You're talking about the raffle system. Got it. Got it. I didn't know what you were talking about. So obviously, if you're in your creator dashboard, you'll see you have raffles and stuff that you'll. I don't know if is it live right now, Murdy? Is it all the way live? The raffle system themselves?
I think so, or it just got pushed. Oliver can probably tell us in chat.
I can't remember if Oliver said it was pushed it or not. So
he said he was going to push it today. So
okay, sweet. So I don't know if it's live yet or not. Honestly, we're also working on a couple other things too. With the asked me if I wanted to do a raffle today. Oh, sweet. I'll be doing a test in about an hour. Sweet, Oliver. Sounds great. Sounds great. Awesome. So that'll be live soon, Shaban. We can go over that, more in detail. But you'll be able to use it for like people that are watching your live streams. I seen you went live earlier, which is cool to see you go live, honestly. So yeah, like I said, that stuff will be coming out. We have a wheel spin that we'll use also, which I think the wheel spin goes back a long time. I love the wheel spin. It's it brings back the nostalgia of giveaways, and the wheel spins are always fun because you never know what's going to happen with wheel spins. And it happens, Trader Prad. I mean, I don't really care if I lose my Twitch partnership. I don't really care about that anymore, honestly. If it happens, Prad. Nice and cool. Yeah. There's gonna be a lot of stuff that you guys will see over the next, especially you guys that are creating content on the platform, that you guys will see over the next couple weeks. That's gonna be coming out. That's gonna be useful to everybody. So shout out to Dev Team for literally laying it down day after day and working hard. Without them, none of this will be possible in terms of what you guys even see on the stream right now. So I'm super excited to see where we're at, even just a month from now. So yeah, like I said, today we are doing predictions on Keysight. If you don't know what Keysight is, so Keysight is actually a really big. How do I want to say this? Tech company, obviously, in its own right. So they design and make emulation and test solutions to connect and secure the world. They also have a big part in obviously Wi-Fi testing, that side of things, especially when it comes to turnkey Wi-Fi 7 MIMO signals and test puts through that now as well. They also do a lot of stuff for test EV charging performance too. So they're the ones out here that are eventually going to help us have EV chargers that in terms of I guess more so in terms of maybe even outside of Tesla fast chargers, but have other chargers that are at least up to same quality. And I'm not sure if they also I don't think they help Tesla in general, but they definitely are doing test EV charging and conformance and things like that. So Keysight itself, maybe you haven't heard of it, but they're definitely a big brand in the market. They're also heavily owned by institutions too. So I think 89% of their stock is owned by institutions. So that tells you at least the institution side at least gets them heavily at that point. I think they also have a price target of $160 right now in terms. Yeah. So yeah, like I said, I don't know, me myself, I don't know a ton about Keysight technologies. I have learned though that they're definitely important on the electronic side. when it comes to, obviously a better future for, Wi-Fi and EV charging and, other, test, outputs. So, and again, like I said, they're owned 89% of their stock is owned by other institutions. So that can tell you something in its own right as well, I guess. Well, let's see. Did you look up anything about Keysight on your side, Murdy, at all?
I think one of the fun things we do here, and I think we should do more of here, is like exploring a stock. Like I had never heard of Keysight before. We picked it yesterday, right?
Well, me neither.
So one of my, because it's a slow earnings day today. So, but I think what I like doing as part of this is like the process of taking a new company and learning about it and breaking it down and trying to trying to like get to an opinion. So that's fun. Fred,
No,
yes,
100%.
we agree that the prediction spam in global chat is going to be fixed. So the next version we have for the game, the UI, we've broken down chat and the predictions in separate columns essentially. So give it a few days. And we're trying to get the new UI live before NVIDIA's earnings next week. So Brendan from our team is going to be working on it. So yeah, it's going to have a little more animations. It'll feel a little more like a game. So yeah, nothing too crazy, but new UI for the game is coming.
100%. Because it definitely makes it easier for you guys also to chat with each other in the chat without getting, like you said, spammed. With all the predictions. So we 100% agree with that. So that
especially with NVIDIA, this thing is just gonna scroll so fast you won't be able to get over it.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Yeah, it's gonna be an overload, too much. So that will be fixed, 100%.
All right, sweet. So here's let's go over trying to sort of understand Keysight. So right here, financials. Let's start with the financials.
Yep.
Okay, here's hopefully you guys can see, and this is not too small. I can try zooming in here. This is better. Okay. So 5 billion in revenue in 2022, so flat, little down. 2024, 2025 is the same. Highly profitable, right? So 1.5 billion, 1.6 billion, 1.3, 1.4. So extremely profitable company. So seems like one of those old dinosaurish, flat but highly profitable companies. But not growing.
No, not growing for sure. I wonder. I did see that
declining. Look at this.
Yeah, they have been declining though. But I wonder though that they did just pick up a new defense thing as well with the United States. So I'm wondering if that will boost, numbers from the government side instead of just like the private sector side of things. Again, like I said, it's one of those stocks, like you said, it's definitely like a dinosaur, but obviously it's one definitely profitable. Just like, can they, again, start growing again, where they definitely hit a plateau and started leveling off, it looks like. I'm wondering that as well. Again, it definitely seems like one of those stocks, though, it's definitely one, a dinosaur, but also like two needed in the space for, getting growth wise.
Yeah. Ali's here. Ali's in the office today next to me.
Hey,
behind me.
Let's go. He's got food, right?
As well,
better have
so
food.
He's ready.
Yep, he's got the food. We're good, guys. We're good.
And the dogs are here today too. So.
Who needs to get less lazy? Havana.
I got some food for the dogs too. Or there's some chicken for them.
Nice.
Yeah, Havana. What's the issue? Memory usage. Can you maybe Shoot us
Yeah,
an email,
elaborate.
murthy@stonks.com, murti@stonks.com. Just send us a screenshot of the memory usage, and we'll look into it.
Yeah. If anybody else is having issues too, let us know. So that would be something to look into for sure. We don't want everybody's, computers catching on fire or something.
All right. Oops. Let me fix my screen share again. Okay. So let's look at the PE for Keysight. I mean, man, look at this. Trailing PE 13, forward PE 18.
Seen.
So it's
Yeah.
a significant. I guess earnings per share is growing up, but like revenue is going down, and so
Yeah. I'm wondering though if that Ford P also maybe is counting in some of those government contracts
sure.
that I don't think have kicked in yet. Because I do know
Okay.
they had some government contracts too. It's supposed to be kicking in sometime, I think, this year and next year. So from what I was reading, at least.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know how much it's going to boost stuff, obviously, but I just know sometimes those government contracts are pretty hefty.
Yeah, I'm not liking what I'm seeing at Keys. I mean, it's a declining company. I mean, the companies only usually go one way. Either it's going up or it's going down. And if it's flat, it's probably going down next quarter. So
You're not wrong there.
I'm not a fan
Yeah.
here.
Honestly, I don't have an opinion on it. Like I said, like obviously looking at it, it doesn't look great because they have definitely just been on a downward trend. So that's one, when you don't have conviction in a stock and you see that, you definitely don't want to put money into it your own self. But like you said, it looks like it's been around for a very long time. It seems like it has, obviously some important factors to it. But again, like I don't know the space well enough to, know other stocks that are in the same space that are maybe starting to take, hold of some of maybe Keysight's revenue. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's a thing too. Maybe there's another company out there that's younger and has a way better growth pattern to it right now. That's maybe taking some of Keysight's thunder away from it now. Since again, like I said, it's been around for a little while here, at least on the public markets. What is it, since like 2015 or something like that? At least that's what I was looking at. 2014, maybe 2015. But yeah, like I said, I just don't know enough about the space and where it's going. Like I said, I do know like they do have again, this is analysts at least, right? So they have a midpoint on analysts of a stock price of 160, but that also has declined though, because at one point I think it was like a 175. So it has declined down to like a 160 in this past, couple quarters. So maybe that continues too with those guys over there that are the bigger analysts at least that come together.
Sure. Ali is here trying to feed the dogs, so it's he's giving them some chicken. They're getting some fresh grilled chicken. Should have a dog stream. Benji would do great. All right, so here's the coolest thing I saw today. Elon Musk, Doge, obviously after the Dogecoin, Department of Government Efficiency. This got me really excited. Can you imagine if this actually happened? And there was a Department of Government Efficiency that Elon was the head of. He would like, oh my God, this would be the coolest thing since I don't know.
Who's taking over Tesla though then? Who's going to take over that?
Yeah, fuck Tesla, man. Honestly, if you can fix the US government, rising tide will just lift all boats at this point. They may assassinate him, of course. There's a lot of vested interests that don't want the government fixed. But oh my God, I hate the idea of voting for Donald Trump, but can you imagine if this was part of the deal? How cool this would be.
No, for sure. Like I said, I mean, again, as like a CEO, I like Elon. As some of his, other views, maybe not so much. Obviously, again, like I said, to me, it would depend on, for me at least, like I said, as a Tesla lover, I just want to know who's going to be leading Tesla. Obviously, again, for me, even outside of Elon, I invest in a Tesla just because the engineers are so great there. sometimes it's not even about Elon to me. It's more about like, again, the people that are, you know, at least running the ship below Elon, like are really great. So maybe it won't be that big of a deal on that end. But yeah, like I said, I mean, it would be nice to, again, get some sort of efficiency going on within the government 100%. Like, I don't know who 100% would be able to do that. Like maybe Elon could, maybe he couldn't when he got in there. It's a lot crazier than he thought. Maybe, I don't know. Like I said, I think there's definitely ways we could go about it. Because again, like I think we all know that there's obviously a bunch of government bullshit that's been going on forever under, you know, lots of different administrations under D's and R's. So it's definitely, I feel like on that end, like it's going to definitely take somebody that's maybe outside the court that can come in and like, you know, fix some of the bullshit. And also trim a lot of the fat that we definitely have in wasteful spending. And even when it comes to, again, you know, government, you know, even government jobs, right? There's a bajillion government jobs out there. And, you know, there's at least probably a good 30%, 40% that we could definitely cut without like making too big of a disruption. I don't know if you could do it like, you know, Elon did when he went into Twitter and just cut it all at once and then hope everything gets really good, really quick. I think you have to do it over time. That way, like,
I mean, you can.
Like, you think you can? I
mean,
don't know, dude.
Twitter got rid of 85% of employees.
They had a lot of shit happen though after they did that, though. Let's be honest about it. Like they had a lot of shit. Like there's still stuff that like when we're on the platform, it's like, how is this still this bad, right?
Sure. But it was this bad before too.
It was bad before, 100%. I'm not saying it wasn't.
You like all I'm saying is you can cut 85%, or well, let's look at the facts. Elon cut about 85% of Twitter. Okay. There were 90 days of chaos. Okay. But let's look at what didn't happen. The site didn't went down, right? Okay, maybe it did for like a couple of hours.
It did for a little bit, yeah.
All right, but come on, it's like the performance has been good. They've been shipping new features. You can argue whether the features are any good or not. Like Grok, I think is mostly
half the features are shit. Some of the features are okay. Like, and again, let's just talk about the whole debacle of him changing Twitter to X. Like the worst marketing ploy ever done by anybody, right? Like nobody knew what the fuck X was. It fell off the charts when it comes to like on the mobile side, on the apps. Like nobody even knew what it was. Like at the end of the day, like that was the biggest like ponder ever. Like doing that, like that was one of his worst decisions that I've ever seen anybody make as a CEO, is change a name like that. Like again, this is coming from somebody that again I have a Tesla. Again, I love Tesla. I like Elon. One of the worst things I've ever seen done. Like I said, Elon makes like some of the most boneheaded decisions, and then out of nowhere he'll make an amazing decision. You're like, how, you know, like he's the only one that can do that. But then he makes like 4 or 5 other bonehead decisions. And I'm like, what the hell is going on here? That's the only thing that gets me about Elon sometimes is like, again, I think his head's just so big. I guess it comes along with your ego. Like this is what's going to happen. And I get it, but he makes some bonehead decisions sometimes. It makes me just think like, what the hell is going on? Threads is taking a share from X. 100%. Yeah, I think Threads is growing great. Like you can obviously see that Threads has been growing, you know, quarter after quarter. That's going to happen again. They released it in an alpha build that wasn't that great. 100%. I'll agree with that too. But I kind of like the way, you know, Threads has been going in terms of like building as they go. Again, I like that model. But again, at the end of the day, like I said, I guess Threads maybe a little bit more left leaning. You have X, which is more right leaning at the end of the day. So you kind of have the heads butting there, but you also have all the trolls that like to go to both and just troll every fucking body. And those are always fun takes. But I think you see a lot of like, you know, good things from both platforms. Honestly, again, I think the more platforms we have, I think the better. But like I said, I think there's some when it comes to Elon, though, sometimes he's just got these boneheaded decisions that just make me this like, is this the same person? Or does he just wake up some days and he's
I agree. I just feel like you have to be really autistic to make quick decisions at this scale. And he has this amazing ability to not give an F about some of these decisions, which I agree. Some are good, some are not. But I'm just saying, man, if there was a Department of Government Efficiency and Elon was the head of it, like sign me up on whatever bandwagon this is, right? Like every other election issue in my mind for me as a voter goes away. If like, if you can fix the US government, like, oh my God,
No, for
exciting.
sure. I agree with it.
The next issue I wanna highlight today that I think was super fascinating was this. So apparently, Bloomberg had an article right here where they say that because sports betting is becoming more and more legal in different states, right? Robinhood's volume is going down, and for every $1 spent on sports betting, the meme stocks or the retail gambling trading slash is going down by $2. And so people, what they were doing was buying call options during COVID on like Zoom, are now taking that money and that activity and spending it on DraftKings or whatever favorite sports betting website that they have.
Yep.
And I just thought that was fascinating, and also made me think if we should have sports betting as a category on stocks.
I've already said we should. So again, to me, it's in the, to me at least, it's in the financial sector. Like people are making money off of it.
Yeah.
There's some people out there are really, really great. I mean, to me, it's like no different than somebody buying, options calls or whatever, right?
Yeah,
it's like,
sure.
Hey, look, I mean, obviously you can make a decision. You can make some smart, like there's some easy bets that you're pretty sure like 90% is going to happen. So I feel like those are easier bets to make on sports bets. Yeah. But I've seen some crazy, content within sports betting just in the past like year that wasn't there before. It's definitely an exploding space. It definitely makes every game exciting. That's for sure.
I think I was thinking what Robinhood's play would be here, whether they can just go and buy a sports betting company. And I don't think they can. The space is so regulated that as a brokerage, regulated brokerage, they have no business buying, even if it's a completely separate app and separate brand and whatever. So I just don't. Yeah, I don't think the brokerages can really benefit from this, and so it's going to be an either-or situation, right? It's going to be a you bet on DraftKings or you buy options on Robinhood. I think it's
or why not both? There has to be like a large portion of people that, that definitely trade stocks and then also bet on sports on the weekends, right? Like that's at least when I'm like thinking about it.
But see, the question is, if you lost all your money betting on sports, now you have no money to save and put in your Robinhood.
Well, I mean, 100%. That's definitely true. I just feel like most people, I'm guessing that are doing sports betting, unless they're like addicted to it, right? Unless they're addicted to betting, probably have at least some sort of income that they just don't care about, like whether it's 5% of their paycheck or 10%, whatever it may be. And they're like, I just don't care now. I don't have kids. I don't have this. I feel like there's definitely in the younger generation, at least, that are doing both. There's definitely people out there that are, like you said, that are gambling way too much, and they, obviously become more addicted to it, and then they just, go broke. I think there's two sides to it. It's the same thing again with like options trading too. Again, you're gambling, right, on the stock going up or down. Like you can make decisions and see which way it's going to go. But it doesn't always mean that's going to be like the deciding factor that it goes up or down. But yeah, again, like I said, I think for me at least, you could do both. But I feel like people are definitely at least gambling on the weekends, at the very least, or at least some sort of people has at least tried it out, right? Whether it's with a bigger company or a smaller company, but it's definitely way, way, way heavy when it comes to certain things. So I just feel like you said, I don't think Robinhood is going to be able to buy out, a company and, kind of mesh them together. I think that'd be way too hard and way too complicated to even do.
Yeah, I just thought that was very interesting, right? Where it's, it's like correlation, not causation. In this case, I think it is causation, where, you have $1,000 a month to play with, and like either you're betting it on a sports game or you're buying call options or puts on your favorite meme stock, and nobody had quite structured it that way. So I thought that was interesting. So the third thing I want to talk about today, completely unrelated to stocks, but I think is super fascinating, and so why not? Are UFOs, and so something interesting happened today. So this book dropped. If you're into the topic, I would recommend go get this book. It's by a guy called Luis Elizondo, who was the head of the ATIP program, which was one of the Pentagon's internal programs to investigate UFOs. And so this is a long-awaited book, and a lot of prominent people who have served very senior in administrations who are mentioned in this book have come out on Twitter in the last 24 hours, basically saying, like, yeah, like this is real. Like, yeah, we were there. We got briefed on non-human spacecraft and whatever.
Oh yeah,
So-
it has to, I mean, we live in a universe that's massive, right?
Yeah.
And like it's for what we know, right? It's forever going. It never ends, right? So
Yeah.
there has to be at least a few planets out there that, again, that have living beings, whether they're
Yeah.
like us or like whatever, that have advanced way more than we have, right?
Yeah.
There just has to be, at least the way I look at it, right? Like maybe I'm wrong, like whatever. But there's definitely, obviously, I'm sure some of these UFO encounters are definitely, maybe whether it be another country or our country with, obviously crafts that people don't really know about. That maybe like some of those are the encounters as well. Maybe they're not all UFOs, but I definitely 100, in my beliefs at least, there has to be at least some UFOs out there from a different planet in a different, maybe it's even a different galaxy, right? But they're way more advanced than us, and their shit just is way better than what we would even be able to, capitulate. Really, that's the way I look at it, at least. But yeah,
Sure.
I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but there just has to be, especially just how big space is.
There are a lot of people that will say, nah, it's all bullshit, whatever, right? And I understand, but like I think what's interesting here is literally look at this. The former head of the Pentagon program responsible for the investigation of UFOs has written a book. And he's been on like the podcast circuit for a while, so he's not like an unknown figure.
Yeah.
But like this is not like some rando publishing a book on UFOs. This is literally the guy who ran the program.
Yeah, I mean,
publishing a book and saying, guys, it's real. Like, wake up.
Yeah, 100%. Right. So, I mean, at the end of the day, like, honestly, if aliens wanted to come take over Earth, they could really quick. We're all dumb. We'll be fighting against each other, saying one way is right and one way is wrong. So they would be able to take over us very easily. I hope to God they're not watching any news. Because, my God, they're probably like, man, these earthly beings are
wait, we have only 3 minutes left. Oh, shit. We forgot to talk about stonks. You want to
yeah,
give a quick
sometimes, you just get into it, right? Especially when it comes to UFOs. Yeah, I'll
2
share
minutes.
my
Let's
Make
go.
sure you guys get your predictions in for Keysight. Don't forget it. Hurry up. Do it now. All right. I'll explain what to do really quick. If you guys are on YouTube or over on, let's see, Twitter, if you're even on stonks.com right now, make sure you guys head over here to stonks.com, make you a quick account. It literally take you less than minutes. You'll be able to get your predictions in. To make a prediction, I'll run through this really quick. Come down here to click make prediction. Let's just say, again, like I said, you're predicting the time that's 30 minutes after closing, because earnings drop about 5 minutes after, obviously, closing as well. So we'll see the stock move up or down. So you're making a guess here. But let's just say you think the stock is going to go up to, like, let's just say 142. Nothing crazy, but let's just say that. It's up like almost 3% from where it is now. Super easy. Boom, you make it. It's very, very easy to do. To get more tickets, all you got to do is share your referral link. Every time somebody uses your referral link, you get 5 extra tickets. So make sure you guys are stacking those extra tickets as well. You just go down here to get your referral link and then, copy and paste that to Discord or wherever it may be. From there, the other things you can do is your daily login streaks right here. Make sure you guys claim those each day. I think they're working now, so they should be working. If it isn't, you can talk to Oliver. Sorry, Oliver. Enable notifications right here. You can follow us on Twitter and you can subscribe on the YouTube. Those are the easiest way. And again, to make predictions, just come down here and make prediction, and then boom, don't put it in the chat. Birds are definitely real. Exactly. I agree. Oh man, that's crazy though. Maybe the birds are drones, right? Maybe we can ask Elon. Maybe he's making bird drones. I do want to say something really quick though. I don't know if you guys seen this today. So Tesla is going to start obviously hiring workers for $48 an hour to wear a motion capture suit to train its humanoid robots. Did you guys see that today?
Wow, interesting.
Yeah, very, very, like cool in its own right. But could you imagine getting paid $48 an hour just to wear a motion capture suit? Like, just wear it around, bro. Just doing different stuff. I'm sure they're gonna have you guys doing like people doing different stuff, but like that is, yeah, that'd be crazy to get paid $48 an hour to wear a suit.
Yeah, I saw a comment by Trader Pride. Let's address this. So if you work at Stonks, you've got a staff badge, you can enter, but you can't withdraw. So, and then what we do is whatever extras, it's not a lot. I think combined Stonks staff has won maybe $1,000 over the last like 2 months.
Yeah.
We just like roll that into future. Like that's how we justify bigger price pools for NVIDIA or whatever. So, the reason it's important for Stonks staff to enter is for testing. So right now we are like, if we cannot test our own product, that's a problem. And 90% of the times you guys like don't even see it. Like there'll be a bug, we'll enter, we'll see something wrong and we'll fix it. And so if we can't enter the contest, we can't test our own product.
Exactly. We can't cash out either, so we don't get any money. So any money that goes into our accounts, we roll it over into prize pools. So it's just kind of the way it happens. But we definitely have to test, obviously, on the live version, not just on the production version.
Yeah.
That way we make sure that we're catching our own bugs. So we catch our own bugs a lot and they get fixed before you guys even notice. That's a big thing for us. So it's not like we're playing and we can win. We're literally just entering in and we can't cash out. First of all, like I said, that money just gets rolled over. You guys cash out. Let's just say we came in first place. The person in second place technically comes in first place. So that's
well, no, hold on, Jason. That doesn't happen. So we don't.
Oh yeah, I said it different. My bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
We just roll the money over. Roll the money over.
We roll the money over, and it's not a lot of money. It's and you can see all of this. It's all public, so nobody's trying to scam you or anything. You can just go to the leaderboards and see how much all-time Stonks stuff have made. I wish we were better at predicting. We're really not, and so it's not. But we need to be able to do this to test the product. And this whole game is to get people here so we can test our own platform. Now, in a few months, will this still apply? Probably not. Like, I think it'll be stable enough where we can get to a point where, staff will not be entering contests. But as of now, we need to. We make way too many changes every single day, and stuff will break all over if we're not testing on production. We have two different environments, dev and production, for people here who are developers and understand dev processes. But we do need to test on production as well. Dr. Kelly, how did Dr. Kelly 1,000? So I think some of these people you'll see who are top of the leaderboards like started playing early, where it was like literally 50 people playing for $1,000. And so Dr. Kelly like won 2 days back to back.
She did win 2 days back to back.
And it was, I think, $250 first prize back then. So she did really well. I will say, because we're talking about the game, we did see some fraudulent accounts yesterday that we are investigating. And so we've paused cash outs until some of those accounts have been sorted. And that's another thing is like, let's say if someone has a fraudulent account and they won money, like what happens to that money? We're just going to just roll it into future prize pools and just make them bigger. Same as Stonks, if a Stonks staff member wins, because it's just too complicated to go back and redo leaderboards and like reassign prices. And we are keeping a track on people who are making fake accounts and trying to win and blocking those accounts. So
Shriek is now fixed. Nice, Pedro. Good to see. Testing a person in dev for prod takes so long. Yeah, there's definitely some advantages on some parts, but also we just need to make sure that stuff we're also pushing out doesn't end up in a bigger bug for you guys, especially in the middle of the game, because that always obviously is not so fun either. So there's just a lot that goes into it, whether it's on prod side or whether it's on the live version side. So like I said, we'll definitely be doing some stuff over, and again, like Murdy said, hopefully in the next few months, that won't really matter as much. So you won't even see, much of that stuff at all. But anytime we win money on our side, it just roll back over to you guys, in bigger and bigger giveaways. Just like, let's just say, obviously we have NVIDIA coming up, right? So NVIDIA is a $10,000 giveaway. That's next Wednesday. So that's, again, like literally like a week from, tomorrow is a $10,000, entry, which is going to be crazy in its own right. So yeah, like I said, I think tomorrow is when, Wednesday is when you guys will get, 25 tickets for every sign up you guys get. Just don't be trying to make fake accounts, because it's not going to work. Because we have things that, look at that and we can see, all that good stuff as well on our back end. So you guys aren't going to like trick us. We have a lot of stuff that kind of figures this out. So yeah, make sure you guys are getting those signups starting tomorrow, especially because $25, 25 tickets per sign up. And we have a $10,000 giveaway coming up on Wednesday. Yeah, earnings should be out. Yeah, there it goes. Now it's ripping.
Yep, we're at plus 8%. Yeah, there we go.
Is it up on that platform you have?
I'm just sure I can look it up one second.
Yeah, I just didn't know where it would be at, honestly, first.
Our the live price seems stuck because it's jumping in after hours, but the one we have on our side isn't moving.
Let's see. Oh yeah, I see that now too. Yeah.
And this is quite a jump, plus 8, 9, 10%.
Yep. They were definitely.
All right, here we go. Here are the earnings. Santa Rosa, Keysight. Revenue was 1.2 billion compared to 1.38. I don't get it. How are people excited about a company that's going down 10% quarter on quarter?
Yeah. The only thing I think of is those government contracts coming. It's literally the only thing I can think of. Change in effective tax. I mean, that's pretty decent, I guess, too, on that end, at least. Per share, like you said, that's the biggest pop, is their earnings per shares. GS.
Yeah, I mean, this is why I think stock market is short term. It's like a slot machine. Like,
yeah,
I don't understand how this stock is up 10% or 8%.
No, 100%. I agree with that. That's the reason why, like, when I usually buy options, I'm buying long options. I don't trust the market short term, because I just don't know what's going to happen short term. It doesn't matter. Like, we could see, like you said, like, obviously, 1.22. This, this same quarter last year was 1.38. That right there alone, like, to me, is like, okay, not great. Like, I'm not, it doesn't, that to me, like, that headline right there would make stock go down. But, I'm guessing people are maybe looking at, per share price. And then maybe, again, like I said, I don't even know, like, what those government contracts are really even going to be on their top line anyway, or what that's going to, do to that price. But I'm not going to take a chance on that either, though. Non-GAAP net.
Yeah, this is buyback rate 3%. Yeah, so maybe it's just buyback driven.
I mean, I guess that could be true too. The buyback 3%. Again, there's a couple decent things in there. The revenue again is not hot, but I guess maybe the buybacks is definitely could. I mean, obviously buybacks always help push stocks usually, so maybe that's one thing. I just didn't think it would send it up, 9-10%. But hey, what do I know?
Yeah, this is crazy.
It's
it's so interesting. Like, I feel like we went through this phase like 4 or 5 months ago where everything, whenever they reported earnings, was up. And then 2 months ago, no matter what earnings were, it was down. Like, you could report amazing earnings, stocks down 5-10%. And we're coming back into that era of no matter what earnings you're reporting, you're kind of up.
Go
5-10%.
Zoom, baby. Go Zoom. I mean, I agree with you. Like, again, it's the reason why, like, especially nowadays, like, it's just so much. Anybody that was trading or doing stocks, before, pre-pandemic, you guys know what I'm talking about. Like, there was a couple years, obviously, that were rocky under the Trump administration where, stock prices started tumbling and yada, yada. But even before that, like, usually the stock market was kind of predictable what was going to happen. But since then, it has a mind of its own. And like, for options trading, for me, it's hard for me to buy any short-term options trades anymore. I'm just like long-term in it, just because I just, again, like I said, I don't know how the market feels that day or what it's going to do.
Sure. Yeah. It's this is why we buy and hold, guys. This is why we do long-term investing. At least I do.
About numbers, LS Sediment said buy and go long, LOL. I mean, pretty much, M-Law. Like I said, I mean, it's not like, everything's like dire right now anyway. Like, I'm not saying, obviously, if things are that bad, like, the market definitely would be down, because then computers would be, over, again, selling like crazy, which would, again, push retail investors out as well. Obviously, again, like with Keysight, like I was saying earlier, Keysight is owned, 80% of the stock is owned, by institutional shareholders. So there's only like 11% left. Outside of that, there's not much. So the institutional shares right now are saying, hey, look, we want more. You know what I mean? They're like, hey. So again, like, that's the reason why I was saying, like, they did win a couple of government contracts. So maybe the institutional buyers know more than what we know, and they probably do, about
Or
some of those
not.
things. But or not. Again, like I said, that's the issue. It's like you're taking a chance here. It's like them buying more now. Is that just setting you guys up for, like, a sell down in a couple days? Like, I have no idea. But at the end of the day, it's definitely like a weird thing to see. Live price is back. Yeah, live price is back now. Sweet. Thanks, Eddie. Thanks.
I mean, look at this. Over 5 years, it's up 58%. So it's about 10%, 11% year on year.
Yeah.
Which is not, I guess, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. But most of those gains happened like right here in 2000, 2001, right? After that, it's been flat.
Yep.
And
no,
so
I agree. Yeah, you've had some. The only thing you could have done right here, obviously, is you bought in 2021. Now you're up great, right? 2022, obviously, right, going into 2022 is its max, which a lot of stocks kind of already have that. Like, it's either 2021 they had their high, or 2022 they had their highs. And then since then, a lot of stocks have either came down and then now they're back up, or they're like this stock right here, where it's more of like swing trading, central, because there's lots of fill gaps here. You could have swung trade, like, at least looks like almost like every other month you could have got on a swing trade on this stock. Like, it's been up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, over and over again. Maybe this is the step that gets it over the hump again. But also, like I said, like, if you're looking at it from the numbers side, at least, like we were just looking a little bit ago, it's been pretty flat number wise. They're profitable, so don't get us like wrong on that. I'm not hating on the stock at the end of the day, but it definitely has been a stalled out stock when it comes to growth rates. When we were looking at it, at least, it looked like growth had kind of just, was non-existent. It was just, they hit a cap, and, they're definitely profitable on that cap, but they definitely need to break through that area. And again, I don't know this side of technology that great. So maybe there's another company that's like Keysight that's on the coming up, and maybe it's taking, some of Keysight's business, and that's kind of like stifling, Keysight's growth right now as well.
I don't get it, man. I don't get it. Anyways, Ali, you've been awfully quiet. Let's hear from Ali.
Yes.
I've been eating and I've been feeding both the dogs.
Mhm.
So they're pretty happy. They had some grilled chicken.
Nice. Great
Um,
insights.
and just focusing on the fundamentals like a long-term investor. Make sure you're eating, your family's fed, everyone's happy.
Yeah.
I am also I'm also in the office today, so visiting.
Nice.
So we're here with some of the team uh, down at our OC office.
Of year, September. I mean,
With
honestly,
the
you go.
I was just gonna say with 1,500 predictions, um, everyone probably has a slightly higher chance today of ending up in the money.
Yeah, agreed with that too. I agree with that.
People are saving up for Nvidia.
People are saving up for video. As soon as we talked about it, I knew predictions were going to be a little down, and I honestly can't blame anybody. So, that does leave people that are playing though a better chance of winning. So people are just, people are tuning in each day because I see the numbers go up every day in terms of obviously in global chat numbers as well. Chat is getting a lot more chatter each day. Like I see, I've been, at least for the past few weeks, I've been seeing the daily users that are here day in and day out. Like I know everybody, like a lot of people by name now, which is great. But yeah, I think overall, let's see. Imlaw says he thinks September is going to be a down month. Honestly, September, is usually a more down month, like that I've known over even the past like 20 years. Overall, I'm not saying that some September's working great. There definitely were some great Septembers in there, but overall, I'm pretty sure September is more of a bearish month anyway. And then we kind of like see this like lull period going into October, and then we have like November, into November going into December, and then going into January, where you have that like Santa Claus effect that kind of happens, where stocks usually rise then. But you also, what we're going to see, which is usually what happens too, is people also start selling off stocks, and especially stocks that are in the loss with for some tax benefits. So that also, kind of hedges stocks down a little bit then as well. So, yeah. Let's see. Good luck. Good luck, Willie. Good luck. I mean, anybody that was around the 150 mark seems like it's been sticking around in there. So anybody that's around in that area should be good. But we're definitely going, the bungee cord up and down between 149 and 151. So. Ooh, Acer. Well, I mean, maybe it comes down. You never know. We got 10 minutes or almost 12 minutes left. So you never know what's going to happen with the stock anyway. Like maybe it does come back down again. You never know. Or maybe again, like it's been holding pretty steady though in that 150, 151 range though. I went out for a bit and come back and it's jumped like $10. That's the beauty of earnings. It's the beauty of earnings. Sometimes though, you have stocks that aren't so much. They're flaccid. They don't like to move in the aftermarket, no matter what happens.
C-Dubs is I've been here 3 weeks, but I forgot to hit the redeem over the weekends. Dang it! LOL. I'm curious, how many tickets is everyone sitting on? Are you saving for Nvidia or not really? I have 2 tickets.
I have a lot of tickets.
I have like 3.
I have 488. Let's go. Woohoo!
Yeah. So there's 5, 12, 3,
17. Nice.
Okay.
Old dog's holding back a little bit. Remember tomorrow, guys. Tomorrow starts. You can start. Again, getting those referrals for 25 extra tickets per sign up. But just make sure those are actual real signups because we can see that. Again, please don't be sitting there making different accounts.
Yeah,
not
you
gonna
just
work.
waste all your energy, and then you won't be able to cash out. So don't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's easier to take the link and spam your Discord and socials.
Yeah, exactly. Or your family, your
Yeah.
friends, or text messages, or anything really.
Everyone has at least 2 friends. I feel like that's a low bar. Get your 2 best friends signed up.
True that. Yeah, that's
Even
50
even
tickets
if
right
they're
there
on
starting tomorrow.
Minecraft. Yeah, even if your friends are on Minecraft, they're not IRL friends. That's okay too.
Yeah, exactly. Remember, guys, tomorrow, all you got to do is just if everybody got 2 people to sign up, 1, we would double numbers, obviously, but 2, you guys would have 50 extra tickets going into Wednesday's, powwow for $10K. $10K with NVIDIA earnings. So if
$10,000.
everybody just did it, right? If you did 4, that's 100 extra tickets. That's even better. So just make sure, again, like I said, that they're real people and real, real accounts, because you're not gonna be able to cash out with a fake account. We can kind of see that you you made a bunch of accounts. Or your whole village. Yeah, exactly, Shabazz. Exactly. Tomorrow, I want to see those rookie numbers up.
Carry trade. That's so funny.
Vault R&R.
I mean, it seems like a sure deal, totally risk-free. What could go wrong?
True.
Wow, it's at 155, 16.
Dude, it's just, I'm telling you, like this
This is wild.
This definitely, I mean, when I'm looking at it, at least, I don't think this is just retail pushing it up.
Sometimes I've also noticed like a difference between after hours and regular exchanges. So like when this thing, it might spike now, but like when it opens up tomorrow morning, in just regular market hours, it tends to normalize a little bit more.
Yep. Agreed. You start to see also just start to either get sold a little bit, and like you said, then it levelizes. Yeah, that's good.
Alrighty, it's been.
What is the stock doing?
Yeah, I mean,
What is
it's
the
like
stock doing? Stonking.
54.
Yeah, it's bouncing. That's what it's doing. It's just like, man, I thought honestly, like I thought my bid of like 142 was going to be like, I thought maybe they get like a 2 or 3% bump in aftermarket. But
that's why this game is so much fun, right? Like you get such interesting movement up or down, and nobody can predict the craziness of this movement. That's why I think this game is addictive.
I'm glad I picked Keysight. Like honestly, I'm glad I picked it now. It's good to see a stock go up. Once you do this, it goes up like 12%.
Sure. What are we doing tomorrow?
Tomorrow we're doing Zoom. Tomorrow's Zoom. We asked chat that day. Remember?
Zoom, yeah.
We asked for Snowflake or Zoom, and a lot of people picked Zoom. So I was actually okay with Zoom because I do think that is a more one of those stocks that definitely could see some bounces on the upside or the downside. Because every time they have earnings, either they're going up or they're going way down. And it was definitely one of those meme stocks there for a while back in 2021 because of everybody was at home, and obviously they took advantage of that as a stock. Don't blame them. This stuff went up high as all get out. But I do think Zoom's a good stock for tomorrow, though.
My favorite comment here. I've made $5 from this, and sadly, that's $1,105 more than I have made from trading.
Let's go.
Somebody is in the red zone here.
Yeah.
1,105 in the red zone and positive 5 from stocks. I'm glad we're making a difference.
Yeah, exactly. All I know is hopefully that wasn't, you going straight into trading some options. Never do that, by the way, Chad. Never, unless you have the stomach for it. Like, and you think you're going to be golden, go ahead. But I don't recommend anybody that is new to the stock market to go start doing options right away. I don't care what anybody says. Learn the markets first and do some long-term investing first.
Yeah, I think this is a great way for people to like learn that they don't know anything. Because we all think we're smart. We all think we're God's gift to mankind in terms of predicting. We all have a gift.
Yep.
But I think this game is a very humbling experience for all of us.
No, 100%, right? Like, I agree with that. And also, you don't win money. You're like, hey, I'm betting on the stock going up. You need to actually lose money when the stock goes down. Which is great. We'll definitely talk about snow tomorrow too, Brad. Don't worry.
Shaban says, I think stocks are starting to affect the stock market. I got to factor that into my prediction.
I mean, honestly, like one day it honestly could. Like,
not that we want to do.
Not that we want to do it, but it definitely, like when you get enough people together talking about something, then there's always going to be a few percentage of them that go check out said company, no matter what.
And who knows? I mean, maybe in a year, this is big enough to actually affect after hours, right? Because the after hours are not as widely traded. So who knows? Not that we wanted to, but it's a natural result.
Exactly.
I blew up 3K account in 1 week. Took me a year to get it back. Yep. That's why it's good to not lose money with stocks. With stocks, you only make money. With stocks, only go up.
Yep. No, that's true. That is true.
Jason, who are we rating today? Are they live yet?
Let me check to make sure. I haven't checked it yet. He should be going live anytime. Let me message him real quick too.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do my Celsius episode. Maybe let's see how tomorrow is. If I have a good 2-3 hour block, we'll do a deep dive into Celsius.
Yeah, that'd be good. Honestly, I want to see that.
Yeah,
I do want to see that for sure. So I'll definitely be tuning in. Did you see where the EU Commission lowered the tax rate on Tesla imports too?
Oh, really? Interesting.
Yeah. They lowered
publicly they threaten him, but like privately they make it easier for him to do business.
It's all about a strongman game. Let's be honest. Musk does it as well. So I feel like there's this back and forth and a bunch of drama. It makes for it makes for our show to be better though. So I'm honestly okay with it. Like, you guys continue to threaten each other. I'm fine. Like, it makes a lot of good stuff for us to talk about. But at the end of the day, let's just be honest. Both of them are going to back down, and it'll all be okay in the end. But it definitely lets us talk about lots of cool stuff.
I really wish. So we're covering Zoom tomorrow, right? And
yes.
Man, what a story of a company that had literally the golden egg handed to them, and they fumbled it.
Yeah.
What an example of could have been, should have been. Great company, and they did nothing.
Yeah, I mean, that is true. That is true.
It was too little, too late.
Yeah.
Couldn't hire a designer to save their life. The app still looks.
The app's still like not that. It's not that great, honestly. Again, like you said, they had so much money there. They could have did so much with it. And they just dropped the ball. Like, man, again, like it's one of those companies that just they just got lazy in terms of they seen the money going up with them doing nothing. They're like, okay, we can continue doing that. Then the money's going to continue going up. Like, that's just not how it works. Like, you got to capitalize when your company's on top. There, you got to innovate just a little bit, at least. And you showed nothing. And it's been years and you've still shown nothing. It's pretty bad. E-Rock, yes. We're talking about Celsius, the drink company. Yes. Yes, we are.
Yeah,
Or, I
Celsius,
guess
the
Murdy
drink
is.
company. Yep.
Do you I wonder if he's an investor too. He's like he's like Murdy over here. Just
Hey, we
waiting.
can all drink our Celsius and like cry our sorrows together, you know.
Yeah. And then get your heart palpitations, go to the hospital.
Yeah, just don't drink more than one. You'll get heart palpitations.
Exactly.
Although I did buy
Yeah.
some Zin, like the physical product. I've never tried it. I kind of want to try it once just to see what it feels like. Ooh, look at that. Yes, please. E-Rock Christopher want me to ask the current or former CEO to join tomorrow. I'm assuming this is for
Yes.
Celsius. Yes, please. That would be
Yes,
amazing.
please. Yeah, that'd be amazing, E-Rock. That would be amazing if we can get him on, because I would love like just to hear. Also, I have some questions that because me and Murdy were already talking about. Obviously, we talked many times about Celsius. So I know Murdy has lots of questions.
I have a lot of questions.
We won't hammering though. It'd be more of like a set down talk. So
Mostly optimism. Honestly, I've been like in and out of Celsius for 4 years. I've made plenty of money, even though I just lost it all. But net, I'm probably even on Celsius over the last 4 years. But I have a lot of questions. E-Rock, Christopher, how do we DM you? I don't have your DM.
Probably
Can
Twitter,
you
right?
can you
He's
just
on
shoot me
Twitter.
an email? It's Murti, Murti @stonks.com. Here, I'll put it here, so you can see it in on the video. So Murti @stonks.com. Just shoot me an email, and yeah, would love to have him on.
let's go. Let's go. All right, winners are up.
All right, winners are up.
They are. Let's see. Noise.
You wanna
Yeah,
share your
I'm
screen with
sharing.
me?
Yeah, I'm going right now.
Go ahead.
Let's go. Shout out to all the winners. I mean, heck, let's go here. So Bill Beer coming in first place with $125.55. Art right here also coming in second place with $63.05. NC Bunny coming in third place with $38.05. McQuinson, if I mess your name up, hey, don't blame me. Okay. Fourth place with $25.55. MJ coming in fifth place with $18.05. Weber coming in sixth place with $15.55. Ratchy coming in seventh place with $13.05. UK Pebor 007, eighth place with $10.55. Taksha coming in with ninth place with $8.05. And let's see, Miss Turk coming in 10th place, rounding out the top 10 with $5.55. Congrats to all the winners. There's a ton of people in here, obviously. Definitely some new people in the top 10 that I haven't seen in the top 10 before. So obviously I know Bill Beer's been in the top 10. I've seen him, a few times. So, shout out to Bill coming in first place though, with a delta of 9 cents off. Art right here with a delta of 10 cents. NC Bunny also with a delta of 12 cents. So those people were super close, obviously. Nobody hit it right on top of the head, obviously, this time, but that does happen sometimes. So shout out to you guys that are, out here winning the money. And if you didn't win money, there's a good chance tomorrow you can definitely win money. A good chance tomorrow you win money. And remember, tomorrow, guys, starting on Wednesday, you guys get 25 extra tickets for every time you guys get somebody to make an account with your referral code. So make sure you guys share this on Discord, your socials. Tell everybody about that. If you mention the $10,000 giveaway coming up on this coming up Wednesday, not obviously tomorrow, but the Wednesday after. So a week from tomorrow, tell them there's a $10,000 giveaway coming up. And it's super easy to enter. All you got to do is guess the stock price of NVIDIA 30 minutes after closing. Hey, that right there alone will get you some signups. And that's 25 tickets each signup too at that. So don't shy away from sharing all those. No tendies for me. I didn't win any attendees either. So even if I did, it wouldn't matter. But I told you, like, I was so far off on the Delta, it wasn't even funny. We were way off. Let's see. Thanks, guys, for making this fun. No, you're welcome. You're welcome. Hey, we're glad to be here. We're glad to be. I'm going to give this a shout out really quick because we haven't, went over this a lot here lately. Obviously, like, you guys come over here and you guys, redo the thing, but now it's gonna be gone because I already clicked on it. But you can see this go live. Obviously, you can listen to this live as well. This is live, so you guys can listen to this through the calendar.
Your audio is not playing here.
I might not have my audio shared then. Well, hey, I'll have to probably fix that on my end. But again, you guys can use that and have everything done. Yo, E-Rock. Yeah, hopefully hear something back. That'd be awesome to have, Celsius on here tomorrow. That would be really, really cool. So that's what I'm talking about. E-Rock Christopher coming in clutch. I think
E-Rock, are you part of Shark Tank? That looks like a Shark Tank background. Were you on Shark Tank?
It's what I was fixing to say. That's what I was thinking too.
That looks very cool. Are you the E-Rock from Shark Tank?
I mean, heck,
I love Shark Tank.
We'll have you on too. Like, come on down. Okay. Let's see.
All right, guys. Let's do. Can we do the host, the raid?
Yeah. Hang on, really quick. Make some. Make some quick talk really quick. I'm trying to make sure that he's live.
Wait, that's Kevin? No, that's not Kevin's picture from Shark Tank.
No, that's not Kevin.
No.
That is not Kevin.
All right. I'm going to check my email, E-Rock. I tagged you on Twitter too. So, yeah, let's make it happen. I think that would be amazing.
I agree with that.
Yeah. All right. That's going to be awesome. I'll follow up with you after the stream, E-Rock. Yeah. Ali, what are you buying? If you had to buy a stock and hold it for 12 months, what would you buy?
Probably Meta.
Why?
I think Meta's overall the best example of run by a founder CEO, right? Who is also proven to be exceptional in ability, exceptional at pivoting the business, right? They went from desktop to mobile. Everyone thought Facebook was going to die.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
Other social networks started growing. Facebook was like, well, let's just go buy them. So they bought Instagram for $1 billion, which is probably the best tech acquisition of all time. Bought WhatsApp. Zuck is also able to invest in a future that nobody sees at scale, right? Like at a giant public company scale. So everyone's like, what, you're an idiot. Why are you burning hundreds of billions of dollars, going after AR, VR or whatever? He's like, I'm doing it, F you if you don't like it. And I actually think he, in 5 to 10 years, he's probably going to be right on AR, VR. Some version of AR, VR. We're probably 1 or 2 generations of headsets away from this becoming a mass consumer device. And, they're getting thinner, lighter every generation, right? More usable. And now they're the leading developer of open source models in AI, right? They've got the best open source models by far. And the open source models are now nearly or as good, depending on who you talk to. They used to be pretty bad a year ago. Now they're basically nearly as good and a lot cheaper than the leading proprietary models.
Yep.
So this guy's execution is insane. The stock is trading at a lower PE than Google and others in its class. Yeah, I mean, I think the only risk is like if there's a giant recession tomorrow, advertising is one of the things that gets cut first because it's corporate discretionary spend. So marketing and advertising will go first. But outside of that, pretty solid.
No, I agree with that too. Like I love Meta. Been a big fan for a long time. I think they innovate a ton. When something's not working, they're definitely not afraid to pivot. The only thing, like I said, that the thing it obviously is ever frustrated me is like they wanted to go with VR when I was like, what are you guys not going with AR? But I mean, outside of that, like I've agreed with pretty much most of the decisions. And like you said, like, again, I don't think we're going to have a recession, so I don't see advertising spend going anywhere. So yeah, I think, on Meta side, I think it's definitely one of the still most undervalued stocks that's out there right now in terms of like a bigger stock, a bigger brand that's been around for a very long time. And again, they're to continue to innovate. Their AI stuff is, they're moving along fast with the AI side as well. So I think it has a lot of plays on a lot of sides of markets that, maybe some other stocks don't, have in terms of its playability, even outside of its, obviously the bigger status when it comes to advertisement sides of things. I still think they're massive in other areas and they're going to continue to grow in those areas too. So I'm still a fan of Facebook. Even if the CEO sometimes sounds like a dick.
I think he's gone Republican. I think watching Mark's journey over the last like 5 years has been so interesting because he was a diehard Democrat, and I think especially after like Trump shooting and whatever, like if you hear some of the recent comments from Zuckerberg, it's like I think he's gone right wing now.
Yeah, I also think even like before the Trump shooting stuff, even before that, like I remember like a few years ago, he started sneaking in some stuff that was definitely more right-leaning things. And again, maybe, I don't know on his side of like what he does, or maybe he's trying to play it down the middle to where like maybe he thinks he can get, be friends on both sides or whatever it may be. I think that's obviously like the America I would like to live in. But, like in this day and age, at least, or where we're at right now with like political sides, like, hating each other for some reason. And it's the discourse is way different than maybe it was back in the, maybe 90s and early 2000s. Obviously I feel like especially since 2016, it's definitely been more hostile when it comes to anybody talking politics. I would definitely like to get to a place where that's not, the issue. I definitely think we would, as a country, get along a lot better in terms of, taking advanced steps, and not looking like, more, I guess, on the side of weak to some countries. But hey, I think we can get back to that, but I just don't know, honestly. People get a little wild when it comes to politics. Whereas when I talk about politics, like it's, to me, like I don't get angry about it. I'm just like, all right, that's cool. But hey, I'm one of the few, I guess, unfortunately.
All right, should we stop the stream? I don't think we can host.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I don't think we can either because.
Okay.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, tomorrow we have somebody down. So it's been great talking to everybody. Shout out to the numbers that have continued being growing. Like even this in the chat right now, we have 424 people. That is super awesome. Make sure you guys continue. Why they went completely wrong with their closing prices? What do you mean, Hedger? Hedger. So we're talking closing prices for the game. You're predicting at 4:30, not 4 o'clock. So obviously that price is going to be wrong no matter what. And if you're using different, so we get our stuff from probably a different product that you guys are using, brokerages that you guys are using at least. So that could also, be a thing too. We get all of ours from TradingView. So that's definitely where ours gets pulled from. And it's right around like the 4:30 mark is when ours gets pulled from. So not the stock ending price. So we're not betting for 4 p.m. Eastern when the market goes down and closes. We're betting for 4:30, which is 30 minutes after, and that's also after earnings comes out. So you're going to see a way different price. Because we had like a 12% or over 12% today on Keysight on the upside. So, I mean, yeah, you'll learn the game over time. It might be your first day, hedgers. So you'll learn the game over time, though. It was great being with everybody today. Remember, guys, tomorrow you guys will start getting 25 tickets for every time somebody signs up using your link. So make sure tomorrow you guys start spamming those referral links. We'll see everybody tomorrow, though. Peace out, chat.
All right. Peace out, guys. Thank you. See you tomorrow, same time.